Okay, we are in the midst of barbecue season, heading to the cottage, going camping. And so Natasha, I love the spread that you put out with us. And we're thinking a little outside the box here at Natural Food Pantry. Yeah. Especially when I saw the cauliflower pizza and I'm like, what? And you're like, it's so popular.
It is so popular for people who can't eat grains. They love the cauliflower pizza crust. Some people make their own.
Yeah.
But here we have a variety of pizzas with the cauliflower pizza crust.
Okay, so that's just one of the things and items that you can bring or have. What else have you set up for us?
Well, there's a bunch of meat options there for the grill, right? So traditional burgers, but also buffalo burgers, turkey burgers, chicken burgers that are made from meat that is organic, free range, grass-fed, which is really important. And then we have some fish as well that is sourced from clean sources, and vegan options for the grill too, like nut burgers, and there's some vegan sausages that are fantastic. They're a big hit.
I like it when you say a big hit. For some of us are going, oh, that's going to be tough. But for those that are enjoying them, it's the perfect combination to have them ready-made and ready to go.
Exactly, exactly. So you can grill them, you can cook them in advance and bring them camping with you if you want. That's something I do when I go camping with the kids. I pre-make a lot of our food and freeze it, and then it acts as my ice pack in the cooler. It's about organization,
yeah,
right?
that really works. Okay, so going from the main kind of foods that you're making, you've kind of worked your way through.
Yeah, so then we move on to sauces. There's all kinds of barbecue sauces and spices for the grill that are much healthier than the conventional options that have a lot of sugar in them and a lot of chemical ingredients in them. So these are a lot more pure. Condiments, of course, who's going to have a hot dog or a hamburger without ketchup or mustard? But you can get healthier ketchup and mustard here.
Is it sugar content that we're looking at? Like, what's making the difference?
The type of sugar. So there still is sugar in a lot of these products, but it's a cane sugar as opposed to white refined sugar. So it's a little better. Still sugar, right? We're not denying that.
Listen, my kids are going to want the ketchup on that hot dog anyway, so it's a better option.
Yeah, there's also less sodium, so less salt, because condiments typically have a lot of salt in them, and they're organic. So tomatoes are one of those foods that's typically genetically modified. If you get organic, then you're getting non-GMO tomatoes. And then there's some non-traditional sort of condiments that you can get, like fermented pickles and sauerkraut. Some people like to put sauerkraut on their hot dogs or their hamburgers. Different mayos with flavorings in them and so on. And then there's salsa, salad dressings. So we have a whole variety. There's only a few here, but we have a whole variety of natural salad dressings that you can use on your sides, because who's going to have just a hamburger, right? You have to have the greens with it.
You've got everyone covered. And then but for me, it's the snacking, it's some of the drinks that you're consuming. And so there's options there. Some great little treats. I love that you've already thought about the pina coladas too.
yeah. So you can make your own with the coconut milk and canned pineapple or fresh pineapple. Really easy to make in the blender, whether you want to make them as a mocktail or a cocktail. Either way, you can certainly choose the organic pineapple and coconut. And then drinks, there's coconut water, which is really hydrating, so full of electrolytes, right? So really good if you're going to be active. If you're camping or you're at the cottage and it's hot and you're really active, those electrolytes will help to give you energy. Some drinks that are cleaner than traditional pop. So root beer, colas, Zevia. We have a whole display of Zevia over here. Kombucha. Kombucha is really popular. It's a fermented drink high in probiotics. And some people who like beer like it as an alternative, because it does have that sort of...
There's a kick to it?
Yeah.
I have yet to find one that I'm truly passionate about, but it's an acquired taste.
It is.
But a lot of people, they love it, they talk about it.
Yeah. And some people will drink a whole bottle, but you can also drink just an ounce or two, because it's a day, an ounce or two a day, because it's really good for digestion, for your immune system, and so on.
And you might be needing that as you're out there on the camping trip, for sure. When you talk about skin, I'm thinking sunscreen, we're thinking bug spray, and this is where you're very passionate about, especially when you're coming from that holistic background.
Yeah. Well, and I have 3 kids, right? So I don't want to put chemicals on their body. A lot of the chemicals in conventional sunscreen and bug spray, like DEET, and some of the other ones have xenoestrogens in them and carcinogens. So the Environmental Working Group, the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, they've deemed a lot of those chemicals unsafe. A lot of them are carcinogens. They cause cancer and reproductive issues, and they're neurotoxins. They get absorbed through the skin, right? Conventional sunscreen gets absorbed. The natural sunscreens that are made from minerals, like zinc and titanium, sit on top of the skin. They don't get absorbed, but they still work just as effectively. Actually, they help to nourish your skin as well, because zinc is very healing for the skin. So just as effective, but a much healthier, safer option for people. And a bottle will last. A bottle will last our family a summer. Like, you don't need
really?
a lot
I'm
of
going
it.
through cans and cans, and
Are
I'm
you?
thinking about all of the stuff that I'm adding to their skin and the layering of the spray.
Right.
One of the things you did mention that you say every household should have is this. What is that?
Calendula cream. So calendula cream is made from marigold flowers. And it's very healing. It's something that's really good to have in your medicine cabinet or in your car if you're camping, if you're up at the cottage, keep it up there at the lake. Really good for insect stings, burns, bites, rashes, any kind of skin irritation. It helps to speed up the healing process. It helps to soothe and reduce inflammation, helps to reduce itch, so a must-have for everybody.
Okay.
And then the trauma care is also really good to have. That's more for injuries. So for somebody who has a sprain or a strain or some kind of a bruise, it helps with
it's
the
a
healing
cream?
process. It's a cream.
Okay.
Yeah, you'd rub it
So
in.
two major I had never heard, but that makes sense. And you're always looking for that one thing that says, this is going to fix it all.
Yeah.
We'll put that over it. And one thing I do want to make sure that we get to, because it's been a favorite in my household,
Yes.
are these freezies. This one is the raspberry kind. My kids love the lime one, but these have been a big hit.
Yeah,
Go cold.
yeah. There's lots of yummy frozen treats available that are dairy-free as well for people who can't do dairy. That's a dairy-free cheesecake and ice cream, and the freezies are amazing.
They are.
I agree.
And I feel better just knowing there's a lot less sugar in there.
Yeah.
Great example, of course, come into Natural Food Pantry. They've got the 4 locations, or you can head online too if you're looking for different products.
Yeah.
And come ask the questions. There's always a full-time nutritionist on hand.
Yeah.
And you can ask all about these products. Thanks. Happy camping.
Thank you.
Or are you cottage?
Both.